please. Pause. Little elevator music. It's just Melissa calling to let me know I need to extend my warranty.
Need a palm tree.
Yes. And a shopping cart. Either that or we need to be sitting in an elevator going. All right. Okay. That's not Melissa. I'm recording. You're going to be on the YouTube interrupting a broadcast. Welcome to the Nutty Nitty Sisters podcast, a podcast about knitting, spinning, and fiber-related creations. We're your hosts,
Julie
and Judith.
You can find us on social media as Nutty Nitty Sisters on Instagram, at Nutty Nitty Sisters on YouTube, and you can email us at nuttynittysisters@gmail.com.
If you're watching for the first time, welcome, and thanks for joining us.
If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, and thanks for returning. We'd appreciate it if you'd click the subscribe button below so you don't miss any broadcasts.
Click that bell, you'll be notified as soon as new videos are loaded.
Now, grab your knitting, find a comfy spot,
and let's get a little nutty. Hi, welcome back. We are here to do our August updates. So I know it's been fairly recent since we uploaded our July updates, but we are pressed for time, weekends wise. We've got a full schedule coming up.
Yes.
So we decided to record again and go ahead and share our August yarny adventures and yumminess and yeah. So life in the last week. Julie, what's going on with you?
Life in the last week. I don't know. It's been a blur.
It has been a blur.
Yeah. I've had a lot of orders, a lot of projects going on in the shop. Trying to get things done up a little bit ahead because our schedule is getting busy in the next few weeks.
Yep. Yarn excursions are happening.
Yes.
Yeah, not much has gone on in the last week for me. No. We had one yarn adventure, which we'll talk about in acquisitions, because of course there are some. So I'll re-congratulate Sue Emmons. She won our giveaway for the 100 subscribers. And then we have a current giveaway going on that is to celebrate our new logo.
Yeah.
And if you didn't tune in last time, pause this video and go find the other one and tune in and watch the whole hour and 13 minutes. I'm kidding. So we have a new logo, and Julie and I got ourselves some fabulous canvas bags that have our Nutty Nitty Sisters logo on it. And we have one for a friend. So this is our current contest. So you can comment in either video, either this video or if you go to the July update video, you can comment on that one as well. Comment your favorite fall color to go in for a drawing for this canvas bag. And we also have our other surprise. It came in the mail the other day, so we can now share it with you. We are also gifting a lucky viewer with our favorite yarn dyer, Miss Robin from
A Yarn to
Die For Designs. She is in Baileyville. I was trying to think of the name of the town. Baileyville, Maine. We met her. She became like one of our very first fans and viewers, and she just she's amazing, and she does beautiful yarns. She's got this wonderful mini 20-gram mini set. The colorway is Autumn Palette.
It really is.
It really is. I love It is her Pisces base, which is 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. It's a fingering weight 4-ply. Each mini is 20 grams, approximately 93 yards each. So somebody, lucky viewer, is going to get this with their Nutty Nitty Sisters bag. So
with some coordinating fall theme stitch markers, progress keepers.
Julie is going to make up some fabulous fall stitch markers. So yeah, you'll get a bag of goodies just because we are so excited about our logo and we want to share that with you. So I think that is all the admin-y stuff, right? This contest will go until September 30th. On to FOs.
Only FO I have is the socks, which was I think it was the June colorway from Yarnable.
Yes, the cherry vanilla.
Yes.
Or sweet pea or...
Oh, no. That was, let's see, sweet pea is the shorty sock that I'm still in the process of. I think June was, it was something to do with summertime and the bees. Oh, I can't remember. It was a really pretty colorway. It had the fuchsia yellow with a little green splashed in here and there, and some white natural color too.
Oh, was it the crazy sock, the sock camp?
Nope.
No,
the sock wasn't that. It was a Yarnable. I gifted them to my mom, and I forgot to take a picture of them.
It was a speckled yarn, right?
Sort of. It had some pooling in the sock. I will get a picture of the socks.
I remember now.
I didn't even put them in Ravelry, so I can't even do it that way. Because they're done now. They've been gifted.
Yeah. And they were pretty. They were so pretty. And our mom loved them.
Yeah, she hadn't had any hand-knit socks yet. I couldn't believe it, so I said, I guess it's time to fix that.
Right? How did she get away from hand-knit socks with two knitters as daughters?
I don't know.
Because I'm a selfish knitter. Yeah. Fun.
It's the only FO. The other FOs I already talked to. Well, they were FO but not blocked FO.
Right.
And we talked about those last time.
Right.
I'm wearing
you're wearing the Philomena, which looks so good with that shirt.
Yeah. Yep.
It was made for that shirt.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm liking it.
I love it. FO. I'm wearing one as well. I am wearing the Dairy Rush by Iranine Designs. And this is made with my ice-dyed, hand-spun, lace-weight mulberry silk. Oh my
Tell you what,
God.
The only thing she didn't do in this was raise the worms and gather the cocoons.
Yep.
Everything else she did.
Yep. But it turned. Well, I didn't dye the silk myself. The grandbabies helped. So
well, yes, but it's hand dyed.
Yes. And it came out so good. I'm so pleased with it. I have a
color just it worked out so cool.
Yeah, and that was totally sheer dumb luck. Just the way that the ice happened to pool the colors.
Yeah.
And
it was made for that pattern.
Even down to the little picot bind off. The picot bind off is exact like the last little bit of the purple. Yeah. There is one edge over here that was like a little lighter purple, a little lighter blue, but I had 640 yards of this. It's 2-ply lace weight, 25 wraps per inch. I had 614 yards of it total, and I think I might have 4 yards left. I mean,
that is yarn chicken.
This little tiny little nugget of, I was scared. I was so scared. And actually, it goes quite well with this shirt that was given to me by Julie, so we could twin. It's a luscious little shirt.
Yeah. Not sponsored in any way, but
yes, if they'd like to, we're open to that.
Yeah. Wool X Look it up.
Yeah.
Wool X, the letter X. It's merino wool wear, and I'll tell you, I live in them.
It's like thin but warm and soft, and
feels just like a regular old t-shirt, but it will keep you warm or cool like wool does. Magic wool.
And we finally started to get some cooler weather.
Dry, not muggy.
Yeah. So I was actually able to wear a shawl today. It was did I say who this was from? Yes. Irene Design. And so if you get the pattern and you're looking to do the lace weight version of it, the pattern itself calls for a fingering weight yarn. But the lace weight version, I just used a US 6, which is what was called for in the pattern. And other than that, I did no modifications. I knit it absolutely according to pattern.
Such good drape.
Yeah.
At that gauge.
Yeah. Thank you to Quilt and Fiber in Southwest Harbor, who had a sample. Is that who it was?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. Who had a sample, a lace weight sample in their shop that inspired me to use my lace weight silk to do mine. So thank you. My other FO. Oops. I have actually 3 more. I thought I only had 2 FOs, but I forgot about 2.
I just made a mistake.
Oh no, she made a mistake. This is my other FO, my big FO. So this I did at camp. I started it before we went to camp, and then I finished it at camp. This is using Noro Ito. Which I got at Quilt and Fabric as well. It is an Aran weight, and this is Flax by Tin Can Knits. It is knit on US 5 and 3 for the ribbing. It's long and cozy, super cozy. I made the sleeves extra long because I am a sleeve grabber. I like them to be nice and long so I can push them up or hang on to them. This is I used 4 balls, which is 400 yards each, and I do have quite a bit left over. I probably have half a ball left over. Yeah. I probably could have gone down a size. But I alternated skeins so that I would get a little less like large stripes and get more smaller, more mauve look. Except for the sleeves. The sleeves I did do just with 1 ball each. But I love it. But it's warm.
It is warm.
So this is Rhinebeck sweater number 1. This is the one I'm going to wear on Saturday. So my next FO is the Scraptastic Moving Bag by Yarn Geek. I happened upon her completely accidentally. She is a hoot. She has more yarn than a Hobby Lobby. I swear to God. This crazy lady, and she's in Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas, which is so cool because we grew up in Kansas. But she I admired them during her moving video. She did a video where she moved her yarn room to a new house, which, holy crow. But she does these bags. She calls them Scraptastic moving bags, and they are crocheted, and they are, this one's huge. Absolutely huge. I made mine with a 20 millimeter hook, crochet hook, that I got on the cruise, which I'll show you later. But it's made entirely of scrap yarn. So all of the acrylic yarn that has been waiting to become something has become something. The bottom part of it here is the beginnings of a bag that I started about 2 years, not a bag, a blanket that I started about 2 years ago and never finished. And then this is just other scraps that I could, like, I just grabbed stuff that I could find and threw it together. And it's so cool.
It is.
I loved it so much that I made another one, a mini one. So this one is made with an actual 15 millimeter, but I did 2 less repeats on the bottom and made it a little less tall. So it's a little, like a little handbag. I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed. This one only took about 2 hours to make. The other one was about 4 to 6 with a lot of interruptions. So they're so fun. Yeah, I am seeing a lot more of those in my future because those are great for holding projects, balls of yarn, kids' toys, small animals. So, thank you, Ginger from Yarn Geek. That's it. That's all my FOs.
I think that's enough.
2 bags, a sweater, and a shawl.
Yeah. Sheesh. Those are big projects.
I will say I'm feeling a little bit more relieved about, less guilty, more relieved about letting some projects go that I've been working on. A lot of the smaller ones, sweater weather is coming, and it's just big project time. So, whips, Julie.
Whip. She's whipping it good. Trying. Now I'm unwhipping because I made a mistake. That's all right. So, my Rhinebeck sweater. I'm doing the Spark Cardigan by Andrea Mallory.
It's just a sleeve, but it's a stunning sleeve. I love the colors.
I don't have the budget for Spin Cycle yarn. Love it, but don't have the budget for it. And I really like a good rustic yarn. Some people say they're scratchy and all that, but it does not bother me. What might be scratchy to someone else, it just isn't.
You're not sensitive to it at all like other people are?
I will say I can't really do a hat. It does bother my forehead. It's the only part that I've found that it kind of bothers my forehead.
Yeah.
But other than that, I have no problems with it. And the Spark Cardigan is a steek. So
you want a good sticky yarn.
I want a yarn that's going to hold itself together because it will be my first steek and I'm going to be scared to death. But yeah, I'm doing it in Briggs & Little, their Regal yarn. And I'm doing it in I think they just call this one the washed white, the brown, forest brown. So it's Briggs & Little. The blue is turquoise and the yellow is yellow.
We talked about on the last episode, when you look at the yarn, you can see like little bits and flecks of fiber of different colors.
Yeah.
Because it almost looks like they do a lot like Bartlett yarn does, where they blend the fiber to get the color rather than coloring the fiber.
Right. Yeah, so it looks really a little, cool. There's some places where like the yellow has a little bit more of a gold or even leaning towards an orangey hue. But I like it because it makes it look like heathery or something.
Yeah. It makes it look authentic, old world kind of knit. You know? Yeah.
And it's got really good stitch definition. I'm happy with the way the pattern is coming out. I was a little worried because the yarn she used in the sample, of course, did its own color changing, and that once you get this done on the sleeves, and then when you do the body, it's all this color work. And I had no idea, how am I going to get varied colors? And it just so happens that I can just mimic what I'm doing with the colors here. Just continue mimicking that as I go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Loving it.
Very cool. Any other whips?
Just socks that need their mate.
Second sock syndrome is a thing.
Yeah. I would do them, but I know I need to work on this.
Yeah. That's a good segue into my whips. I still have the Arnie and Carlos sock on a whip. I've not done a single. It's not the Arnie and Carlos. It's the Regia yarn, but designed by Arnie and Carlos. I still have that on the needle. I have not put any stitches on it since the 3 that I did here on our last broadcast. But it will get done, but I'm in the same boat. I want to finish my sweater first, my other sweater. Other than that, I have no other whips because I abandoned the bobbles and I didn't abandon, I hibernated them.
I'm still working on the dairy rush. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it hasn't had any progress since last time. So
we recorded a week ago. So
yeah.
It's forgivable. It's forgivable. So my other whip, I have the Arnie socks and this, and that's it. This is my other whip. I'm so excited about it. I'm excited, but also consternated. I am knitting the Illuminate by Andrew Mowry for Rhinebeck. And I've not gotten far, but this is my Illuminate. And it's hard to see because my mohair does not contrast well with this yarn. And she talked about yarn dominance, and I looked it up, and I think I'm doing the main. She talks about using the main color should be your dominant color, and I'm knitting it that way, but it's just
you've just got the halo that's
being drowned in all the fluff. I'm hoping the blocking will help. I really am. So this is knit on. I am using a 4 for the body. No, I take that back. I use the 4 for the ribbing, 5 for the body, and it's going to be a 2 for the arms is what she recommends for the sleeves. The main color is, I thought it was just Yarn Company. It's Primrose Yarn Company.
Oh, that makes much more sense.
Perfect sense, right? I was looking it up to add it to my project page, and I just put in Yarn Company, and then this Primrose Yarn Company came up, so I clicked on that, and all of my colorways were there. So I'm like, that's
you
it.
just didn't see the primrose on the label, huh?
Exactly. So it's going along well. The shaping went well. All of the charting is going well. The increases have gone well. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. But yeah, I think I should have chose a more contrasty yarn for that mohair. But blocking is magic, so we'll see what happens. Julie and I were talking about how I'm going to proceed because my yarn balls are, although they are the same colorway, they're quite different because the yarn kind of progresses from
it's almost a gradient kind of
thing. It progresses from that yellowy to a purpley, and then I have one ball that is a very dark purple, and I'm going to try to kind of fade it down so the darker color is on the bottom. And it's going to be easy to do because this is a striped cardigan, or striped sweater. So, fingers crossed, I figure it out. I'm not sure how I'm going to repeat that on the sleeves or whether I'm going to have different striped sleeves. I don't know. I'm going to go on the fly. So that's it. That's my whip. Now the meat and potatoes of the broadcast. Oh, do we have some acquisitions, Julie?
Oh. Many more than we should.
Should we maybe go like store to store, you and me?
If you want to.
Okay.
Okay.
So during the month of August, our first trip was Bartlett Yarn's open house, or open mill. They only do that like once a year, and we got in, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'll throw a few pictures in here. There's a lot more, but we're going to have a highlight reel of the main yarn cruise on the channel once the cruise has, once we finish the cruise.
Right.
Once we've had our last trip.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. We learned so much about the whole like yarn process, and yeah.
And it's the oldest remaining mule spinner mill in the United States.
Yeah. Yep. And it was so much
magical.
Fun. Yeah. So much fun.
Yep.
And one of the owners was in the shop when we were shopping, and we were discussing fiber and how much fiber I needed to make a sweater, and whether it was fingering or Aran or whatever. And he spoke up and helped us. He said, whether it's 2 pounds worsted, 2 pounds fingering, or 2 pounds, 2 pounds is 2 pounds is 2 pounds. Mm-hmm. If you weigh a sweater and it's 2 pounds, it doesn't matter what size your yarn is. Mm-hmm. You spin the fiber to whatever size yarn then you get gauge for your pattern, and that's your sizing. Yeah. Brilliant. I mean, it's probably Spinner 101, but so what do you suppose Judith walked away from Bartlett's with?
2 pounds. And then some.
No, I didn't get 2 pounds.
No.
I got 3, just in case, because you never know. But I got 2 pounds of 23 micron wool top Cormo Targi blend. So this is a 1 pound ball, and then there is 2 more of this at home. But Julie, for purposes of Squish-A-Vision. And then I also saw these little, I thought they were just bundles of fluff. I don't really read when I'm shopping. I just shop.
Ooh, shiny.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry about the packaging, but it is a beautiful wine-colored, amazing silk merino blend. But it's actually a scarf kit. So it has in it the silk merino silver, and then it has a silk chiffon piece for felting this onto the silk chiffon piece.
Neat.
So I might have to experiment with some wet felting.
Nice.
See, felt a luxurious silk merino scarf.
Look at that. Huh. How
So,
cool.
maybe. Or I might just throw it on the blending board and use it. Who knows?
Now that actually say Ashford? It's an Ashford kit?
It is. It is an Ashford kit.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty cool. I don't know what I'll do with it. I like the color because it's burgundy.
It's your color.
Yep. So that's what I got at Bartlett. What did you get at Bartlett, Julie?
I got their t-shirt and I forgot to wear it.
Boo. She'll have to send me a picture as soon as she gets home. And I'll send it here. Yeah. I tried to talk her into buying all of the other things.
Oh, yeah.
But
you tried.
I'm not nearly as seasoned an enabler as her. Not nearly. So our next stop after Bartlett Yarns was One Lupin in Bangor, Maine. And Julie picked up the colors.
I already had the white, so I picked up my colors at One Lupin.
Mm-hmm. And she talked me into getting my colors, which I forgot. We are just...
I'm glad it's not just me.
We're definitely sisters. So I will insert a picture of my colors here, of which I cannot remember. I think...
Burgundy?
I know it's burgundy. I think it was mustard brown.
Mustard and gray.
And gray.
I think.
Yeah. I think gray's the
main color.
Main color. And then I think I got the brown like this. And then burgundy and a more mustardy color than that.
Yep.
Yeah. But we'll find out when I get home and take a picture. But I also got at One Lupin. This is all Julie's fault. So I saw this.
But seriously?
Right? Who would not have got it?
No.
It's so
If
pretty.
it was in my budget, she wouldn't have it.
It's so pretty. It was sitting there kind of behind this little shelf, hanging there, just hanging out saying, Judith.
It was in the sun.
Yes.
All the colors.
Literally, I turned around, Julie said, "Oh, Judith." I'm like, oh. Yeah, it is all of my colors. Oh, it's so fall-y. I kind of wish I had time to spin this and make something for Rhinebeck, because it's so fall-y. And then, because we can't just go out of there with one braid. No, we have to buy two.
They go together.
They go perfectly together. Oh my goodness. So,
I wonder if that would have done your Rhinebeck sweater.
I ain't got time for that. I can't spin all this and knit it into a sweater. No way. Maybe next year. I'll spin it up into something and then hopefully find a pattern for next year.
Because it's perfect fall colors.
It so is. So this is 7.3 ounces of hand-dyed dark BFL top. It's by Maine Yarn and Fiber Supply. And this one is also dark BFL top, hand-dyed, 7.83 ounces. So yeah, they are going to be something together someday.
Gonna be something else together is what
You know
they're
what
gonna
would be
be.
really pretty? With that Cormo Targi undyed, and then these as like some sort of color work.
Oh, yeah.
Like a total neutral with the... Oh. I'm sensing a throwback sweater.
Uh-oh.
The only question is, do I throw back sweater or do I throw back cardigan? I don't have any cardigans.
Well, there
hand
you
knit
go.
cardigans.
There you go.
All of my hand knit sweaters are pullovers.
You could do a spark cardigan.
You've already talked me into a spark cardigan.
You might want a second.
Oh, Lord. See what I deal with? She's ridiculous. So after One Lupin, which by the way, I didn't catch her name. Did you? The girl that helped us out? Oh, she was a sweetheart.
Yeah, she really was.
And I've gone in there a couple of times and I've dealt with, I mean, I've been in there several times. She's so helpful. She's so, every time I go in, she's so helpful.
Yeah.
But we saw, one thing we didn't bring with us, either one of us, unless you have yours.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, go get it.
Yeah.
So these little key ring fluff balls were at the counter, and we asked her about them. And who was the dyer?
Oh, was it the owner's daughter?
I don't remember who it is, but we'll put it, I'll
yeah.
put it like right there. Is some yarn dyer that basically all of the bits and bobs and pieces of yarn that she has left, her daughter makes these keychains keychains out of. And 100% of the proceeds from the sale of these keychains goes to...
I can't remember what the organization was.
We will look it up on One Lupin, and we will...
Yeah.
I'll insert a voiceover with a picture of mine, because I got one too. When she told us the story about them, we were just like, yeah, what a brilliant and generous thing for that little girl to do. Yeah. Not only is she, I think she was like 11 or 12, I think she said.
I think so, yeah.
not only is she being environmentally conscious by using stuff that ordinarily would be unusable, but she's also using that talent and that product that she's producing from it to be socio-economically responsible. And
she's learning about a business.
Yes, just love it. And we were both like, we gotta support that. And so that was one Lupin. Fun, always a good time when I go in there.
Yeah,
I love it. So next, after one Lupin, was Shirley's. And Shirley's does have all the yarn.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
All the yarn. And Noro. I'm a sucker for Noro, and she has a ton of Noro. But by the time we got to Shirley's, my pocketbook was heavy, and my wallet was light. And we were just about yarned out. So, did you get anything at Shirley's?
Yes, I needed wool wash, so I got some jasmine scented Eucalyptus.
Yes.
Wool wash.
And I was able to snag some reinforcing thread. So, if you are a returning viewer, you know from a previous episode that I had a couple of house socks that got some pretty gnarly holes in them, and so I got some couple of different colors of reinforcing thread that I'm going to hold together with the yarn that originally the socks were made out of, to try to give it some stability in those places where it's failing. So I got that, and then I also got some chocolate covered espresso beans and buttered popcorn jelly bellies, but let's be real, those did not last.
Nothing to show here.
Nothing to show here. I put them on a bowl, like together. And actually they taste really good.
Oh my gosh.
Together. I put them on a bowl on the island, and every time anybody would walk back that island, you'd hear it. It's a glass bowl, and you'd hear click, click. It's like, hilarious. So that was the first leg of that trip, which was on a Saturday, if I remember correct. Yes, because it was the Saturday after your vacation. And then we went Sunday to Roving and Woolies. So what did you get at Roving, Julie?
At Roving, I hit up the favorite thing at Roving. The mini tub.
She was diving,
stroke. Yep.
Yeah.
And I did find some beautiful minis, because I don't have much in the way of minis, and I want to do contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs, so I've been on the lookout for minis. So I found in the minis tub is a variety of things. They can be mini minis to regular minis, varying contents. They don't have tags, so you're not sure what you're getting, but
it's like a box of chocolates.
It is. You can tell somewhat, what weight it is. Some of them I can just tell
by feel.
Well, from dealing with our yarns for a while, I can kind of tell which ones are the blends. They're sock yarns, because they're a higher twist and all this other. And then ones that maybe have a little bit of more luxurious in them, and that one just has
tons
for
of
days.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that one has a little luscious of some sorts in it, and it's a little bit looser twist, but I think it will work great, and I think they are beautiful colors. Love them.
Yeah, and varying weights in there too. That you can get fingering, lace.
Yes. Yeah, all sorts, bulkies. There's all sorts.
Yep.
And then there was a surprise that as I was going through, I went, "Oh, what is that?" So this is going to be fun. These are like little shade cards.
Yeah.
For their colorways of, this one happens to be Frolicking Feet, their signature yarn. So this was their 100% superwash merino, and it's assortment number 1. Has a tag. Each little tiny bit has a number so that you can see what color it is.
I love it.
I think it is so cute. But
It
when
almost looks like wholesale samples, like they would have given to retail shops.
Right, to have a sample of their yarns. But when I saw them, I went, oh my God, scrappy socks. Each one of those is such a tiny little bit of yarn that it might only be 1 or 2 rounds in a sock. But how cool! So I kind of went crazy. But I didn't go crazy enough. I wish I'd got them all, darn it. But there's this. This is also a frolicking feet. This is assortment number 6.
Oh, I recognize that one. I've gotten that in a mini bin before. Win that one!
And this is assortment number 2. So I ended up getting 3 of them. And I wish I'd have just got them all. They are so cute. And I can't wait to make scrappy socks.
You could unwrap those and sit and just spit splice for days and then wrap it all into, what do they call it, like a Wonder Ball?
Yeah,
like
well, these are superwash.
Oh.
So I probably can't spit splice.
No.
I could do magic knot.
You could do magic knot, but not for socks.
I wouldn't want to do it at socks, no. So I will use the Crazy Sock Ladies method.
Uh-huh.
She has a really good method. Check out her YouTube channel. She has a really good method for doing scrappy socks, the way that she carries her yarn in her scrappy socks. And yeah, that's my plan. I can't wait to
Fun. So fun. Oh my goodness.
Love it.
So fun.
Yep. Oh, and we got, I don't know if you brought your soap, but we did get some soap there. That's, you know, like milled, handmade soap.
I got almond coconut, which
yeah.
I've not busted into it yet. It's kind of like, you know, when you have a meal and you've got those nice creamy mashed potatoes. You eat everything else, you save them till last because they're the yummiest. That's this bar of soap. It's the yummiest smell, and so I'm saving it.
Yep.
But I am using right now the other one that I got, which is oatmeal and honey, I think. And that's in my shower right now. And I got the most adorable shower dish. I thought they were for display only, but they had a tag on them. And if it's got a tag, I'm going to buy it. It looks like a clawfoot bathtub. And you can just put your little bar of soap in the clawfoot bathtub. It's the most, and it's got little holes for drainage. Too cute. So it's in my shower right now. Okay, so that was Miss Paula's. She had a class going on at the time, but she still came out and talked with us and took us back to the class and introduced us to everybody.
We took some pictures, so we'll put some pictures of her. It's her new
Yes,
new
this is her
location.
new retail space, so I will put a picture.
So nice.
I'm saving a few for the highlight reel, but I will put one in here.
Yeah, it's a very nice space. If you're in Down East Maine, you gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then we went to Woolies, which is on the Machias River in Machias, oddly enough. It was a really cute, tiny little shop, and she had a little bit of everything in there for yarn. She really did. A lot of local, a lot of Maine sourced fiber. So it was a really neat experience. Just a very, very cozy place. And she had, I can't remember what she said his name was, but he's a big white dog.
Yeah.
Oh, he was adorable. Greeted us at the door and hung out with us while we shopped. And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Did you get anything there?
Yes, I needed, I was working on, I don't remember which socks, but I was working on socks, and I needed another 24-inch circular.
You got a needle, that's right.
I got my needle there, yeah.
I got more yarn because I am on a diet after all. And because I've abandoned my dishcloth knitting, of course I got dishcloth cotton. Why wouldn't I? So these are all, whoopsie, there goes one. These are all sugar and cream. This one is Oh, they don't have a color. They have a color number.
Color
Any hoozle. They're pretty. They're purple. And then I got a great big old cone of brown and natural because
Yeah, that's a nice color.
that's my color. And you can't go wrong with these. This has a ton of fiber on it for the price, honestly. So, that was my Woolies purchase. And I needed it like a hole in the head.
They had some of the cutest stitch markers and progress keepers too.
Oh, yes! I did get the most adorable little... I forgot about those. Thank you for reminding me. I got some little hummingbird stitch markers. And they came in this little tiny little glass bottle. Yeah, like little jar thing. It was adorable. I gave it to my daughter to keep stuff in, earrings and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So, that was
the Sunday adventures.
Yep. So that was the second and third trip. And then we went last weekend, right? Last Sunday, we did a huge yarn excursion. That was a trip.
That was an all-dayer.
It was all day. We left at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, and we didn't get back until after 9.
Yeah.
And we traveled all over the state. Starting with a Wrinkle in Time farm. And that was the cutest place. We got there a little bit early, but they went ahead and let us go into the shop. She hadn't even turned the lights on yet, and she comes right out and greeted us and gave us a tour of the shop. Yeah. She even let us try she had some, like a needle felting. A lot of her things were needle felt art and needle felt kits. She did have a lot of natural dyed, acid dyed, and natural colored yarns. Mm-hmm. Beautiful, beautiful fiber. I just
acquired that huge walking wheel. Oh, that was beautiful.
Yes, there was a huge walking wheel that somebody gave her. Yep. And it's beautiful. Mm. It looks so cute in that little shop. I don't want to spoil it because we have some really stunning pictures from there, but we hang out with sheep.
We did.
And they were adorable.
One in particular.
Yes. Most of them kind of kept their distance. It was kind of a little wet, drizzly morning. Yeah. But one of them did come over and say hello, and she was
she's a sweetheart.
Sweetest little face. Oh. And it was so peaceful out there. Yeah. So quiet, so peaceful, and just an amazing time. And the lady in the shop, I forget her name.
I know.
I'm terrible with names. But she was a sweetheart. Julie got the felting bug, so she got herself a kit, right? Did you bring that with?
I did.
Yay. I did. Steal your thunder.
So yeah, she had all sorts of little kits there. And if you're just getting started and you don't have a foam block, the little needles that you use to do the felting, she has those kits available. And then she has all sorts of these kits. Every design you can think of. And it includes a felt foundation here. And the pattern is already drawn on there for you. Because I'm not an artiste, so any help I can get, all I have to do is color by number with fiber.
These are all her designs too. She
and there had
creates
to
the
have
kits.
been.
Oh my God, there were scads and scads and scads.
I don't know how many had to be there, but they were all so cool.
Yeah.
But this one, I liked the colors, and it has curly locks.
Julie likes the curls.
So the curly locks will go right up here on their little foreheads.
I love it. It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be fun. Never felted before. I think it's going to be fun.
She's going to get addicted, and then I will have some enabling to do. I also got felting supplies, but not for me. I got 2 kits, a white bunny and a chick, a hen.
Yep.
I got them for my little sister for Christmas, but I couldn't hang on to them. I've already gifted them to her. Because I'm ridiculous. Jo does so much for us. She is constantly, at the last minute, I'll be like, we got to go get Lincoln. Lincoln's like last year. Lincoln's getting out of school and I can't go get him. Can you go get him? And she'll come up and get my car and go get him. Or Kayla needs to go to, now that Kayla's working again, she takes Kayla to work all the time. She is just constantly helping us out with things. And the other day we had a big drama with the kids I won't even go into, but just like poor planning and no bathroom. We'll just leave it there. And she helped out. So I had to reward her. I just felt like I can't hang on to these and she does so much. I need to, so yeah. Ramble and waffle. Okay. What did I get there? Oh yes. I got the kits for Jo, and then I also got some yarn.
Surprise!
Because I'm on a diet. This, I don't remember what the mix is. Oh, it smells so good. I don't remember what their regular wool. I don't remember what breed of sheep it is or anything. I'm ridiculous. But it's this beautiful breast color. She had these, she had a basket full of a couple of yarns sitting there together. And she had, coordinated them. This one is wool, but this one has Angora blended in, too. So this is, so soft. And she had a hat there called the Warm and Toasty Angora Lined Hat. It's a Wrinkle in Time Farm pattern. And she said there's enough. Here, I'll show you the little picture of the hat. So it's like wool on the outside and then Angora on the brim and folded up and all on the inside. So I'm interested to see how the construction is, whether it's one of those ones that you start at the top, knit all the way down, and then just push it inside of itself.
Like Musselburgh?
Yeah. But this will be the outside, and then this beautiful Angora lusciousness will be the inside. And then she said you'll have enough Angora left over for fingerless knits. So I'll have to find a fingerless knits pattern, and I will have a nice set for the winter. Because I'm selfish. So that was Wrinkle in Time. What was next? Knitwits.
Yes. Knitwits. I don't think I got anything at Knitwits.
Knitwits was... So first there was the fantastical bathroom fiasco at the co-op.
Oh, yeah.
Where if there's security footage at Portland Co-op, you will see me dancing in the aisle. Because coffee in a car.
I did get something there.
You
What did I get? I don't remember what I got.
Old timers.
Yep. I'll think on it.
You don't remember at all? Was it yarn? Was it Cocoa Knits?
No, I wanted to get a Cocoa Knits yarn cozy thing, but I didn't end up getting that. Oh! Got it.
Okay.
It came. My tires.
Yes!
Yeah. So I want to make a couple of felted booties again. I think I've shown those on one of our podcasts.
Yeah. It was last year, or last season around the holidays.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got another. I made it out of this before, which is the Jagger Spun. It's 100% wool. Its color is heather, and it is. Oh no, this is their heather line. The color is hickory. It's 100 grams, which is approximately 332 yards, and it felt beautifully, really beautifully, and it's absolutely amazing to knit with.
It's so soft. It's surprising that it felt. Usually it's the toothy stuff that felts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but this, it does. It's sport weight, and I wished I could remember the pattern. You'd think it would be called Felted Booties, but it's something different. I'll have to see if I can find the pattern, and we'll put it in.
Yep.
But you go to look for it. It's not under Booties. It's not under Slippers.
Oh.
It's a different name, and I can't remember what it is right now.
Intriguing. Now we must know.
Yes, now we have to know.
Yes. That was all you got?
At Knitwits?
At Knitwits?
I believe so, yes.
How do I always get out of those shops with more stuff in there?
I'm a wicked good enabler.
I need to rent her to pay for all of my yarny bits. So this is, well, I have to defend myself though, and I said this earlier today before we got on air. At least I'm buying intentionally.
Yep.
I'm not just, ooh, that's pretty, ooh, that's, I'm buying with intention. And that's why this purchase is in a project bag already, because it is a project. This is my A Yarn to Die For Designs project bag. This was the very first project bag I ever got from her, and I love it. So I've been wanting to do the shift, the cowl, the shift, for a while. You got me hooked on the shifty, and then I did night shift, and now I got to do the shift. And I bought a skein of this yarn. It is Crazy No Two Are Alike by Stonehenge Fiber Mills. It is 2-ply sport, 230 yards, approximately 2.5 ounces fine wool. And I bought a skein of this last year on the yarn cruise, and I didn't realize that it wasn't going to be enough. I needed something to go with it, and I had nothing in my life to go well with it. So we got down there and we got pawned through their skeins, because they had more, and we couldn't find anything that would go with what I thought my colors were. So I bought enough to make a whole nother one, because it's what I do. So these colors are going to be the shift cowl. I like the pinks. I love the reds. This one's almost Christmassy. It's going to be fun.
It is.
So that was my Knitwits. I think that was it. Yes.
Saw a couple of really cool patterns down there that I think might have to go in my queue.
Next stop was
Yarn Seller?
the Yarn Seller.
Yep.
Yes, her new retail space in York, Maine, which is so dangerously close to New Hampshire.
And so new, I looked up, she moved in there in 2019. I'm thinking, how could it have been 2019?
Pandemic.
Wow.
Yeah, it was right at the beginning of,
like in January, February, just as it was all starting to boil up.
Just hit the fan. Yeah. But what a beautiful space. Beautiful space. Lots and lots and lots of yarn. She had so much to choose from. And so many store samples. So many gorgeous garments as store samples. So pretty much any yarn you saw, if you wanted to know what it felt like or looked like, they had something there knit up with it that you could look at.
Yep.
So when we announced that we were yarn cruisers, we were presented with little gifts. I like gifts. So a very cute ruler. These are perfect for notions pouches. And a Yarn Seller pencil. And Happy Seaming from the Yarn Seller. A little
tapestry needle.
Yeah. And those are, again, perfect. All of these things perfect for your notion bag. So that was super sweet and super kind. And no trip to the Yarn Seller. What did you get at the Yarn Seller, Julie?
Did I get anything at the Yarn Seller?
No, because she spent my money for me.
Oh, wait a second. Yes, I did get something at the Yarn Seller. I did.
I bet I beat you.
Oh, I know you beat me.
Yeah.
But this is what kind of started you beating me. This gorgeous. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look at that coloring.
the brown and the gray.
Yeah, all the speckles, but and the tonals, and oh my gosh, I just saw that and went, oh my gosh, I gotta have socks. I gotta have socks.
It's like toasted marshmallows.
Toasted marshmallows, hot cocoa in a nice gray ceramic mug.
Yeah, earthenware mug, yeah.
Yeah, but I just fell in love with that colorway and said, I gotta have socks out of that.
It's like toasted marshmallows, but a little burny bits.
Yeah.
Little smoky burny bits.
Yeah. Or when you drop it in the ashes.
Ashen toasted marshmallows.
So it's from KFI Collection. It's their Indulgence Fingering, which is hand-painted, extra fine merino superwash wool. There's their label.
Soft.
They had a lot of KFI that it was really nice stuff.
Yep.
It's 75% wool, 25% polyamide, 3.52 ounces, 100 grams, 494 yards, 450 meters. And it is a fingering weight. So, socks it shall be. Oh, it's so nice and soft.
It's beautiful.
It really is.
They make great socks.
Uh-huh.
It also makes great sweaters. Sweater number 6. So they just so happened to have Espastrico pattern on a bench right underneath this yarn. So this is the pattern, Gracious, and I just fell in love with this color combination. I was looking at the color combination and I put them down on the bench to kind of see them together, and there was the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And they so kindly printed it for me so I could put it into a project bag right away. So I did get this. One small little thing led to many others. I also got the 20 millimeter birch, beautiful
birchwood crochet
hook. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was the bulk of the purchase. Hold this.
More of these.
Mm-hmm.
More of these.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are we seeing a trend here?
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da! How gorgeous.
Beautiful. But flip these. Oops. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. That is going to be, as the sweater gets longer, you use more yarn, so you need more here for the last 2 stripes. So this will be the yoke and into the shoulders, bust, and upper sleeves. And this will be the rest of the body and sleeves, and then this will be on the very bottom. Because as a big girl, I know it's flattering to have the darker shade on the bottom. This is going to be beautiful.
So, we know what that one is.
Yes.
We talked about that.
Yes.
Want to talk about the rest?
They're all the same maker.
KFI.
This one is Mocha. Obviously Mocha.
Mocha chocolate.
Mocha chocolate. This is Neo Noir. And I love it. I could almost do a whole sweater out of that, honestly. And then this one is Smoke. Beautiful gray, and they are so soft.
They are so soft.
This is going to be a gorgeous sweater.
Luscious.
In 2030. Just before I die.
No, I guarantee you, she'll probably have it done.
This winter?
Maybe middle of winter, yeah.
That depends on how my arm holds up. I came from physical therapy today.
That is fingering weight too, so that's going to be lots in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think is it all garter or stockinette too, isn't it?
I think it's all stockinette.
I think so.
Oh, it's right here, look. Pullover worked in ultra soft merino blend cashmere, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah, that's stockinette.
Yeah, it looks stockinette.
Yep.
It must be worked in the round.
I would think so.
Circular needles. Join. Begin working around. And there's all your increases. There's lots of increases. Like,
so lots of shaping.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a
so
pretty pattern. So.
Pretty.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. It's going to be beautiful, lovely, drapey yumminess.
Yeah, I get the Spastrico newsletters.
Mm-hmm.
All their patterns are free.
Yeah.
I think every one of them is free. I'm not 100% sure on that, but so many free patterns.
Yeah. So that was the yarn cellar.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved on to Rosemary's. If you have not been to Rosemary's in Wyndham,
Uh-huh.
you are missing out.
You want to prepare yourself.
Mm-hmm. Like I said in my Ravelry post, if you can't find what you need for yarn at Rosemary's, you're not looking hard enough.
That's right.
Because she's got it all.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah. It's wall-to-wall yarn.
She's got a cotton room, a wool room, a fingering room.
I don't know how to explain it. She's got it's arranged so that you can easily find what you're looking for, but it's grouped together in a way that makes sense.
Yes. Like all your fingering, like you've got like a sock room that's all like your sock weight yarn, and then you've got a cotton room that's all like your different cottons, whether it's bulky or, and then you've got the wool room towards the back, which is all kinds of beautiful wool blends, your Noro, your hedgehog, like just everything. Beautiful, beautiful yarn. And then at the very front of the shop, like just as you come in, she's got her counter there, and she's got all the notions and gadgets and nitty things that you could ever want.
Needles.
Needles.
Lots of needles if you're looking for needles.
She's another store that has a lot of store samples, a lot of swatches and things made up.
Yeah.
There's a few things that are like gift things. She's got a ton of patterns. Holy cow,
gosh,
she's got patterns. And she's got the most adorable husband.
Oh my gosh,
he was so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. On our way out, we started talking about his pride and joy, his 1951 Studebaker, and how it had recently won a prize, and you could just see him swell up with pride with that car. So, yeah, we had a very good time talking to Mr. Rosemary. I don't know what his real name is, but calling him
Mr. Libby.
Mr. Libby. Okay. I like to call him Mr. Rosemary. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We looked at all the yarn. We got there, they closed at 7. We got there at just before 5 o'clock. I think it was like 4:54 we pulled in. And we closed it down. We did. We closed it down. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
And what did we get there, Julie?
Oh, what did we get there? What?
You actually, I think, got more than me.
Did I?
I think you did.
Wow. Well, first of all, and I forgot to bring it, was my yarn unwinder.
Oh, I have been regretting not buying that since I got home.
I'll tell you, doing this
I know.
at home, I get to have I take the one color I'm working on, plop it on that. So a yarn unwinder, I've heard them called yarn winders, but they're yarn unwinders. This one happened to be from Knit Picks, and it's got a nice chunky hefty wooden base. I think it was oak, if I remember right. So it's got a round hefty base so that it won't walk across the table, little rubber feet and all those good things. But then it's got a spindle in the middle and a ball bearing assembly. So you just plop your yarn cake right on over that spindle and it just reels off as you're knitting. Smooth as can be. Loving it.
I need one in my life.
The only thing I did find is that I think I'm going to have to find a double one.
They have them.
They do.
have them.
Actually, I have got one in my Amazon cart. Barva is a company that I've been looking at.
I found the same one. Yes, I looked at it. They have a double and a single, and I'm thinking, like, my Illuminate cardigan would, my Illuminate sweater would go so much smoother if I had all three of those.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then. So, she has all sorts of Plymouth yarn there. And Plymouth yarn is a more economical yarn. Most of it is, the biggest part of it is acrylic base with blends. This is Encore. It is a, what was this one? Worsted, I believe.
What's worsted?
USA needles, yep. So this one is a 75% acrylic, 25% wool blend, 100 grams, 200 yards. But it's machine wash, tumble dry low, very easy care. I love the colorway. It's got some pinks, but it's kind of, not in your face pink. And I have a little granddaughter, so that will be very easy care for something for her. Not sure whether it'll be hat or exactly what yet, but it's going to be hers. And then the Encore line also has one called Stars. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up.
Back a little bit. It might.
It's going to be hard to see, but it has a little glitter in it. It's white yarn, but then the strand, there's a strand spun in with it that is almost like iridescent.
Yeah, it's like pearl.
Yeah, mother of pearlish looking. Yeah. And this one is also this one's a 74 acrylic, 25 wool, and 1% polyester. Polyester, I would say, is the little iridescent strand. But same thing, worsted weight yarn. And I also got this color. Now that one you should be able to see the sparkles. Yeah. So my idea with these is I had seen on the yarn cruise in 2019, we went to a shop and they had Bouton d'Or.
Bouton d'Or. Yep.
Beautiful yarn. Oh my gosh, it was like,
I made a cowl out of it.
Yes. And I wanted to they had a pattern there that they had made stars out of it. And then she made the cowl. And the cowl, I don't think I have quite enough of the Bouton d'Or, but I might be able to make a little smaller cowl. But that's really, really what I want to use that yarn for. So I decided to get these to do stars.
Yeah, I know. I was shy one ball. I ran out in the short one. I needed just like a few yards more. And I was able to find it at Helen's. At Heavenly Sock. She had it on clearance.
Though. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think the company went out.
And everything. I was like, yay.
I think the company's gone.
Yeah.
So I may be out of luck with that. I may have to just make whatever I can out of stars out of that too.
I didn't gauge swatch. Because back then I didn't, not like I do now, but so you might be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
With yours, if you gauge swatch.
I may have to go on D-Stash, or whatever that, what is that called,
Ravelry, go right on Ravelry, look up the yarn, a lot of people you'll see, you can search
true.
Their stash that's available for sale. Pistachio, yes.
Yeah, I have to check that out too.
Yep.
So yes, those were my Rosemary's acquisitions.
All right. I got a few things, but I managed to come out pretty unscathed. I got myself a darning egg. I've talked about the house socks. I also have my very first pair of socks that I ever knit, and they have a hole in them. So I watched a tutorial from Purl Together, and I want to try her version of doing a knitted repair on it rather than darning it, but you do need an egg for it. So
knit the flap, and the flap attaches as you're knitting.
Yes, yeah. You kind of pick a row of stitches underneath where the repair needs to happen, and you pick up those stitches, and then you knit back and forth And as you're knitting back and forth, you pick up stitches on each side of where the repair needs to happen. And then you do a 3-needle bind off to attach it. And what that does is, where your hole is, all of the loose bits of yarn and whatever are there. Obviously, that's a stress point on the sock. So that all kind of felts to the patch, and then it actually makes it a little sturdier. So that's what we got the egg for. Anyhoozle. And Julie was trying so hard to enable me into all of the yarn, but I got out with just 2 little skeins. This is Universal Yarn Uptown DK Anti-Pilling Acrylic. And these I thought would be perfect for socks for the kids. They are the perfect colors. This pinky color is so Dylan, and this fluorescent green is so Lincoln. So those will be some house socks for Nana's house, because they never keep their socks on at my house, and my floors get cold. So, and as you can see, they're in a project bag because they are a project. I think. Oh, I didn't show my done roving yarn.
Ooh, nope, we skipped right over you. Doggone. Gotta do that.
My done roving yarn.
More yarn dyed, of course.
This is Yakety Yak. It is 60-20-20 Superwash Merino Yak Silk. And I have another skein just like this. This is Spice. And I really want to do a cardigan, or not cardigan, a sweater in these 2 colors. I think they're stunning together. The blue is Blue Bonnets. And I kind of had my heart set on a Jen Steingast sweater, but I don't have enough of the Blue Bonnets. So I got 3 of the Blue Bonnets, and then I got this one, which was really close. It's a Prussian blue, but it's definitely different. It's more like a blue jean. So this might have to become something else. I'm just going to have to find a sweater that will fit this, because this is yak yarn. It is so soft. Julie suggested over dyeing to try to get this a little closer, but I'm afraid I'd lose this beautiful blue color, and I love that blue color. So I love the thought of over dyeing it. I think that would be fun.
I think your best bet though would be over dyeing this towards that, not the other way around.
Yeah. And I'm afraid I go past this, or this is such a blue that I need in my life. So I am just going to keep searching for a sweater that uses that quantity, or maybe I could just lose some weight and then I could get a sweater.
Maybe you could just do a short sleeve sweater.
Yeah, but it's so soft. I want to wrap my body in it. I don't want short sleeves. I want to feel it all around me. It's just how I roll. But it is a fingering, potentially even a light fingering. It's quite, yeah.
Yeah, their fingering is a fine fingering.
Yeah. So, I will be on the hunt. I may have to wait until next winter. I am on a quest to lose weight because my A1C is bad. So, maybe it just needs to hold for a while until I find the right sweater, or I fit into the right sweater. That is officially all the yarn. Do you have any more yarn?
Oh yeah.
Oh, go for it, girl. I'm done. I'm spent.
So, Knit Picks had a sale. And since I'm on a minis quest, I got me some Stroll mini packs.
I love, oh yeah, you brought those to flaunt in my face.
Yeah.
So, they're so pretty.
Yep. It's 75-25 for superwash merino wool nylon. It would be perfect for heels, toes, and cuffs.
Sure will.
And then
I
also got a goodie bag from wonderful Robin.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get me some of those fall sets too.
It's
Autumn
so
palette.
funny.
It's so pretty.
Because last Friday, I came over to record, and I said to you, I've got something coming in the mail for us from Robin. And we had ordered the same thing. The same thing. Which worked out perfectly because now you guys get a beautiful prize in your baggie. Yeah, we're not sisters or anything.
No, not at all alike. And I also got an order from Knitters Without Borders. I love her yarns that she carries. Sorry, crinkle. And I had never tried Opal Yarn. So she had a sale on Opal Yarn. And this is I think I determined this was DK.
Yes.
I think this one's DK. It's a 6-ply, 100 grams, 75-25 wool nylon. And I'm not sure what it looks like the color number is 2064, but I don't see a color name. I just thought the colors with it were so pretty.
Yeah,
it's like springy, beachy, something, just happy. They're happy colors.
It's kind of watermelon-y with...
Yeah. And there's
blue skies.
There's what the sock will supposedly turn out like, self-striping.
Watermelon by the pool.
Yeah. And then this was a little opal that I thought would do heels, toes, and cuffs, but I did not watch carefully. This is, I would say, a fingering, because it's 50 grams, 212 meters, and yeah, they recommend 2.5 to 3 millimeter needles. So I would say that's a fingering. I may get away with holding two
double
together.
Yeah.
And use it for heels, toes, and cuffs. We'll see. But yeah, I just thought that was so fun. And she carries really cool yarns, blue sky fibers. She carries blue sky fibers, and I'll tell you, that yarn is luscious. It is so soft. I don't know how. It's the one I did get had cashmere in it, so I know why that one was so soft. But then I got another one of their yarns, and it was a blend, but just the wool nylon blend, and it's so soft.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Super soft.
And I have been very busy and very lax in doing my videos. So I'm going to go ahead and show the August Yarnable because I know I'm not going to get the video. So,
hey, we gotta know, right?
Yeah.
We gotta know where to draw the line.
That's right. So this was the August box, and let's save the yarn for last. We get our goodie bag, and Yarnable. If you don't know about it, go to yarnable.net so you can find out more. This is not sponsored. I buy my own box. But if you go to yarnable.net, you can find out more about it. It's a monthly subscription box. You can get fingering weight or DK weight, 1 or 2 skeins. All the details are there. She only opens sign-ups a handful of times a year. So you want to go there, get on the waiting list so that you get alerted when it's open. She has the best little goodies in her boxes.
She really does.
They're
the
always
little
such a value.
Are amazing.
Yeah. So you get your card that tells you all about what's in the box. I'm not going to turn it over because I already did my little scratch off. There's a little scratch off circle on the back, and it has a code that is good for the month that you got the box in for something like 10% off or free shipping or whatever. And then it also tells you about all the extras in the box, and it has a cute little thing. There's always a theme. So like August's theme was Sweet and Sour, and it's brought to you by Dramatic Llamas, Woolly Snuggles, and Sweet Kisses. And then in the little goodie bag, the extras that we have are I know you love these, a reusable cleaning cloth.
Oh, these are amazeballs!
And look, they've got silly little llamas.
Oh, those are so cute!
They're adorable. They're hard when you get them, but they get so soft when you get them wet.
Super absorbent.
Super absorbent.
Oh my god!
They work so good. They dry really good, so they're not like your regular sponges. They kind of hold all the nasty. They dry
and
quick.
you can toss them. That's another thing I got at one loop, but I totally forgot about.
Oh yeah,
I just got 3 more of them.
Yeah.
Every time I see them, I try to snag 3 or 4 of them. I love them. You can throw them right in the laundry.
Yeah.
Like when I do my kitchen laundry, I do it on a sanitized cycle, and I just toss those right in with it. Or you can toss them in the dishwasher.
Put them in the dishwasher.
A lot of
top
times,
shelf, yeah.
A lot of times, you go over and you get ready to do the dishes. And you're like, ooh, what's it? Ooh.
Yep.
And
just lay it right in your
right
top
in the
rack.
dishwasher.
Yep. They're pretty amazing, and those are from Swede dishcloths. I don't think it had a website on it, but it's probably if you just look up Swede, SWEDE dishcloths. Sure, you can find them that way.
Mm-hmm.
We have a knitting project bag ID tag from Katrinkles, and it says this knitting bag belongs to, and you can write your name, engrave your name, whatever.
Woodburn.
Yep, Woodburn, and then of course it has Katrinkles made in the USA. And we also have, that's going to be handy, that tag for yarn festivals, in case I leave my bag behind.
Mm-hmm. Put your name on one side and your phone number on the other.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's see. And then we have stone car coasters. These were designed by Yarnable. And these are so cute. Don't bring the drama. Be a no drama llama.
I love it.
They're stone coasters that you can put in the well in your car, where you put your cup holder in the bottom of your cup holder. You know how it always gets all your sweat from your cup and everything?
Yeah.
So these are stone holders,
I love
coasters you can put in there. I think it is a great idea.
Does it like absorb the sweat or?
Yeah, the stone is it's absorbing.
Very porous.
And then it dries out naturally on its own.
Cool.
Yeah, really cool. And they also put a did you know fact on the cards. So the did you know for August is, in August 1762, the Earl of Sandwich requested meat be placed between 2 pieces of bread, creating the sandwich.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you, Earl Sandwich.
Yes. The very portable meal right in your hand. And now for the main attraction.
Uh-oh. Drum roll.
This is pretty cool.
This is the yarn.
Woo! Sweet and sour.
Oh, that is
sweet
so
and sour.
sweet and sour.
Isn't it?
Oh, I
love the colors.
It.
It's got your kind of almost fuchsia. What would you call it? It's not really fuchsia. It's more of a coral, like a real bright coral.
Yeah.
And then it's got kind of your golden oranges, peaches, mangoes. It's even got your speckles of your deep oranges in here.
Yeah, those speckles are
almost to
killing me.
a corally pink in here.
It's like a pumpkin speckle.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Love it.
And this is on their plush sock. Hypnotic Yarn is the one that does the Yarnable boxes. Their plush sock fingering, which is 85/15 superwash merino and nylon, 437 yards and 100 grams. Be sure to check it out. Yarnable.net. And September arrived, so won't be long. We'll be showing September.
Gosh, I can't believe it's September already.
I know. It's crazy. And I think finally, I'm done.
Wow. We have a haul at our feet, y'all.
Yeah.
And we still got 2 more yarn excursions to go on the yarn cruise.
And 3 fiber festivals.
And 3 fiber festivals. Yeah, so let's run down our calendar real quick here. So yeah, we have a
Saturday the 11th.
huge trip coming up, right?
We have a shorty, a huge one, and then a long one.
Yeah. So we have the very next trip we have coming up is the 11th, which is Machias Fiber Festival.
Yep.
And then the 18th is the yarn, a part of the yarn cruise. We're going to Pins and Needles, Fiber and Vine, Happy Knits, Pins and Needles, and Yard Goods.
Yep.
And then we have another trip on the 27th of September is our final leg of the yarn cruise, which will be Cashmere Goat and then Mother of Pearl, where we turn in our fully stamped passport for an entry into the prize drawing.
Yep.
Last year I won second place. I got a $100 gift certificate.
Yeah.
To Heavenly Yarns. I got Heavenly Yarns.
Yep. End of the road, grand prize.
I think that's how I got my Chow Goo set. Was with my...
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So fun. Oh, and then after that, so it was the 27th of September. What's after that? What is after that? It's in October sometime.
Yeah.
I feel like it's right around the middle of the month.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Rhinebeck! We are so stinking excited.
Yes. Oh,
it's been a long time. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah. I'm not going to have any budget left, but I'm going to have fun.
Yeah, I'm going to have to close the purse strings, tie them in a knot.
Yeah.
Put it in the freezer.
Yeah. I don't think there's much left on the yarn cruise that I need, unless you can talk me into another sweater.
Maybe I'll save that for Rhinebeck.
Please. Good Godfrey. You know who was on the main yarn cruise this year? The local. Good Karma.
Oh yeah, Good Karma.
Good Karma wasn't on it.
I think they are at Rhinebeck though.
Yeah, they've been at Rhinebeck before.
Yeah.
Because I went all the way to Rhinebeck to get local yarn, like in the same city I work in.
About 20 minutes from home.
Drove all the way to New York to get yarn I could have got
Local
20
yarn.
minutes from home. Ridiculous. So Rhinebeck.
We'll be leaving the 15th. Rhinebeck is the 16th and 17th and coming back on the 18th.
Do we know, do they have the vendors list posted yet?
I don't know. I haven't checked real recently.
Okay. As we get closer to Rhinebeck, we'll have to do a Rhinebeck prep video like we did the first time we went to Rhinebeck to talk about these are the things that we wish we could get and we want to get.
These are the places we must visit. We
Yes.
must do.
Yes.
Apple cider donuts.
Apple cider donuts. All the apple cider donuts.
Tough Woolens. Apple cider
Yes.
donut lip balm.
Yes.
I'm almost out.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know. I think mine is in a Notions bag somewhere.
Oh, I have used mine and used mine. I'm surprised it made it this far.
We'll do a plans video, and then we will do when we return how our
Did we
plans
stick
went.
to it?
We will. I'm getting a new GoPro coming, but it'll be here before we leave, I'm sure. So we will have lots of footage of the yummy donuts, and I'll try not to be quite so sassy this time. I got my donuts. Remember that? I felt so bad.
All those people waiting in line.
I know. It was for Instagram, and it was just like me celebrating, and it really sounded all nanny boo boo.
Yep.
It was so odd. I felt terrible. I almost took the video down. I'm screwing.
I'm sure you weren't the only one.
I felt so bad. Anywho, so yeah, we'll do donuts. We're staying in Red Hook because that was the closest place we could find. everything was booked solid.
Yeah, booked solid early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, that's what's on the horizon.
And after Rhinebeck, in
Maybe
November...
maybe we'll do an episode in Rhinebeck.
Oh, we could do that.
Wouldn't that be fun? We
could do that.
Airbnb.
From the Airbnb, or do it right at...
Oh, that would be uncomfortable around all those people.
You don't want to do it on the hill so all our fans can...
We'll take video. We'll take video. We'll have the selfie stick rocking in the air, but full-on podcast? I do that in the safety and comfort of my own home where judgmental eyes cannot touch me.
Alright, so after Rhinebeck, in November...
Yes, we have another event in November.
Yes, the Fiber Festival of New England in West Springfield, Mass. It's a big fiber festival.
She's dragging me all over the bloomin' state.
Mm.
All over the
I've
bloomin'
been
country.
twice now and tried to do it in a day. You cannot do it in a day.
Mm.
You have to do it 2 days.
Yep. So we'll be finding somewhere to stay.
Yep.
And I think that's it. That takes us through
Yep, because we don't have Nita Spa until it's later
February.
next year.
Is it later?
I think it is. I think it's in March next year.
Oh.
I think. It seemed like it was later anyway.
Yeah. Well, by the time that last one is done, the roads will start getting nasty.
Yes.
Like
we'll have to hunker down and stay home.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though November 6th one could be precarious.
November 6th. That's the
West Springfield.
Yes.
Yeah. Like even that is a wee late in the year because we've had like downright snow blizzards.
Oh yeah, we get
on
snow
Halloween.
On Halloween, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That'll be the end of it for me. You can't drag me around and spend my money anymore after November 7th until the new year.
I can if I drive.
Oh my God, she's so bad. You may have to drive. I may have to sell my car to pay for my yarn. Good gravy. So, with that, thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you would like to follow us on social media individually, Julie, where can we find you?
I am Julz.Makes on Instagram, Julz Larrabee on Ravelry, and Julz Makes on Facebook.
And I am Nana's House 15 on Ravelry and Nana's _House 15 on Instagram. So until next time, stay nutty and keep knitting. Bye!
Bye!